No doubt, if you've clicked on this video, then you know what we're here to do. We're here to memorize some lyrics quickly. I wanted to make a video on this because I'm doing this right now. And as I was writing things down and going through my process of actually memorizing a song, I was like, oh, I think I have some like hot tips to share. And it's also making me focus and concentrate on doing it. So that's great. My name is Monika Aesta. I am a creator here on YouTube. Mainly I do beauty content, but I also am very curious about the life of a creative person. This is certainly falling under that category. So first tip, anybody who is trying to memorize a song, write your lyrics out by hand. It's not only helpful like cognitively, I'm sure there's some scientific reason why it works to write out your lyrics. Actually having the space, giving yourself the space to make notes on maybe a little flourish that you want to put somewhere where you want to breathe, giving yourself space in between the lines also reminds you like the song is not a sprint. Sometimes when I'm on stage saying lines, singing lyrics, the feeling of wanting to rush is very present. And just writing it out, giving yourself the space to write it out is sort of a visual reminder, not to speed through the song. You don't have to like freak out about it. The song that I am memorizing is Never Can Say Goodbye by Jackson 5. I'm singing in like a Motown themed show. It's in about 10 days. So I have plenty of time to memorize the song. You want to do the song justice, and I certainly do. So I want to use the time that I have to really let the lyrics get into my body, let them get into my cells. So the second thing I'm doing with this song is I'm nicknaming the sections of the song. This song in particular, Never Can Say Goodbye, this song has 3 lyrical sections. It's actually very interesting the way the song is structured. The verses and the chorus are all the same, but the vamp, I'm realizing I call it the vamp, and I'm not sure if that's what it's called. The pre-chorus, that's the part that's different. So this song is sort of split into 3 sections. What I am trying to do is link one section of the song to the next, so that the order of the lyrics is not something that's tripping me up. In a sense, a beginning, middle, and end. So the first one, even though the pain and heartache seem to follow me wherever I go, so that's the heartache section. And then the second section is every time I think I've had enough, I start heading for the door. So that's the action section. I'm heading toward the door. It's a verb. I'm verbing. And then the last section is I keep thinking that our problems soon are all gonna work out. That's the ruminating part. That's like, I've just done the action, now I'm thinking too much about it. The 3 parts that I have sectioned it into are heartache, action, ruminating. I wanna keep this short and I wanna keep it sort of snappy. I'm not trying to introduce a bunch of new words and nicknames and stuff because I'm already trying to memorize lyrics. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get too complicated with this. You keep it like you're out on the block, like nicknaming somebody. You're like, hey Slim, what's up? Like that's how you want to look at the sections of your song, especially if it's something like a pop song. If it's musical theater, this part is easier because you have a story that you're working with, you have a character that you're working with, and in order for the character to be singing that song in that moment, they are looking for something specific, they are communicating something very specific, driving for something specific. But a pop song can just be about love and like your feelings and how you feel. It doesn't necessarily have to have this big meaning and conclusion. And certainly for this one, it's really, the arc of it is this push and pull of their relationship. It doesn't really begin or end in a different place. They're just still going through it. So in situations like this, like pop lyrics, I find it helpful to create my own arc. So I'm feeling heartache about it, then I'm trying to leave, but then I'm thinking, is it the right thing to do? You know what I mean? Using the nicknames. So heartache, action, ruminating. That's something that can help carry you through. Okay, this is another thing. If there is no apparent world that the song lives in, you're not sure who you're singing to, you're not sure of the full state of mind of what the character is like who is singing the song, then make it up. Have some fun with it. Take some creative liberties with it. Write it down. Who's your character? Her name's Miranda von Schleisenbaum, and she's leaving lovers heartbroken in every continent that she's visited. You know what I mean? If it helps you to sort of get in the zone and stop thinking about how scared you're going to be or how nervous you are, have a little fun with it, create a character for it. We're not looking for straight memorization like a spelling bee. We're looking for a heightened communication, right? You're extending these words out on breath to a melody. So who is that? Who is that melody? What are you feeling with it? That's another important one. If you're going to be performing standing up, rehearse standing up. I'm so sorry. Unless you're at the like very beginning stages, like day 1 or 2 of learning the lyrics. But like, we usually sound better. You can project farther. Your voice just kind of ends up in the right place if you're standing. It usually feels safer and more grounded to sit. But if you are at the beginning stages and you can manage it, stand to sing. This one I think is maybe one of the most important, if not the most important. Learn a bit of the song and then sleep on it. So let's say you have 2 days to learn a song. You're performing it on the 3rd day. You have 2 full nights of sleep that you can get. Go through the lyrics as much as you can. Get a full night's sleep in, get a nap, something like learn the words and then sleep on it. I don't know what this is, but I know it's something. Medical professionals, sound off in the comments down below. But there is something to learning words and then sleeping on it. I have always found that to be true in learning lyrics and learning lines. Go over the lines, go over the lyrics as much as you can, say them to yourself in your head. If you're like drifting off to sleep and they're going through your head, even better. But like, you know, don't push it. Don't like black swan yourself. You know what I mean? Like, we're learning a song. We're having a good time. Sometimes you have to learn something at the last minute and like, hey, okay, you know, we're professionals here. Like, what are you gonna do? If you have the time, learn a little bit every day. So for me, I have 10 days to do it. It is far better for me to go over the lyrics, go over how it's gonna feel 20 minutes every day till then than the day before or a couple days before squeezing in 2 hours of hard learning. You need to get the words into your body as much as you can. And if you have the time, use it. Spend some time every day if you got it and go through the lyrics. I think just being able to learn and then sleep on it is super, super important. Okay, this is kind of a fun one, and I find it to be really helpful when you have something where the cadence of the song is really fast, it's very wordy, or the cadence changes throughout the song. He drags the words out in this song like, I keep thinking that our problems soon are all gonna work out. There's a little Jackson and you know, in each of the lyrics, even though this is kind of a slow jam. What you can do as a fun exercise as you start to get more and more solid on the lyrics, when you're like 90% on the lyrics, say the lyrics as fast as you can. Just go through the song as fast as you can. Even though the pain and heartache seem to follow me wherever I go. Like, I mean, go through it fast. It is gonna be a good time. Stand up if you can. Like, it gets really rhythmic in the way that probably this song that you're going to sing is not. Going through an exercise where you're saying your lyrics really fast and you're trying to like get them out is gonna help involve your body in knowing these words. This is a very fun exercise to do. It's gonna be extremely frustrating if you're like 50% on the lyrics. So wait until you're like 90%, wait until you're almost there, and then go through the lyrics as fast as you can. You're gonna freak out your neighbors. And this is kind of a bonus one, actually. I had a teacher that would always say this: rehearse in the shoes that you're gonna perform in, or pick the closest amalgamation to how that's gonna feel. So if you are performing barefoot on stage, if that's like your thing, rehearse barefoot. If you don't have access to them, like they're part of a costume or something, so you don't have access to them for a rehearsal, pick some rehearsal shoes with the same size heel. Maybe you're not wearing heels for performance. I haven't. I've been wearing my leopard print sneakers. I don't know if that's going to be the overall vibe of my stage persona where she ends up, but that's been very helpful to me right now. You know, all of this is sort of, we're tying language to how it feels in the body and how we express it to the rootedness that you feel through your feet. So, bonus tip from my teach: rehearse in the shoes that you're going to perform in. Any of these tips can help in any combination. Don't get too hung up on it. You don't need to do 10 different tactics in order to memorize one song. Writing off the lyrics though, that's like number one. Unless you know the song because it's one of your favorite songs and you've listened to it over and over and over and you just know the lyrics because you know them. All right, fine. I would still say that writing out the lyrics helps make it your own, because then you decide. You're not just trying to mimic what you hear. You are deciding how your creative expression lives through this song. So you're adding your little doobie-doos, you know what I mean? Okay. And those are my hot tips for memorizing lyrics fast. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I am learning new songs all the time and performing them often. I mean, I used to get the most debilitating stage fright. Like, I just felt like all of my body functions were shutting down. It literally felt like I was gonna just fall over and die, like everything hurt. And to be able to get up on stage and not feel that, and maybe we can talk about stage fright in another video, but I was just like, whoa. So I'm gonna sing this in 10 days and let me know if this helped. Thank you so much for watching. Go learn your lyrics. Monica, no. Go learn your lyrics and I will see you in the next one. All right, later, skater. Mwah.